read. Now let's really take a look at the next topic, where the federal government lifted the suspension of microblogging site Twitter 7 months, that 222 days after it suspended the social media platform in Nigeria after economic losses of about 546.5 billion naira. This was contained in a statement issued by the Chairman Technical Committee, Nigeria Twitter Engagement, and Director General National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, Kashifu Inuwa Abdullahi. Recorded, the federal government had announced the suspension of Twitter operations on June 4, 2021, after the social media giant deleted a post by President Buhari for, quote, violation of the company's abusive behavior policy. By June 5, 2021, the suspension was affected by telecommunications companies as Nigeria woke up to a Twitter shutdown across all platforms. Now, after 7 months, 222 days, the federal government decided to restore Twitter. But of course, the major talking point has been that the federal government lifted the suspension because elections are fast approaching, and they need
Twitter.
They need Twitter. So what do you think about that? Do you think that's true?
Well, let me first of all say it's a relief that the federal government reconsider that bad step they've taken in the first instance. It is a relief. And as for the reason why it was lifted, whether it was because of politics or not, well, you can't fault any of those arguments at this point. You cannot fault those arguments. It could be true, they may not be true. You can't fault it. But what I am saying is that it shouldn't have happened in the first instance. We have no reason to ban Twitter just because the message of the presidency was put down. And to worsen the situation, the presidency itself was not bold enough to say that we pull it down because of this message. They were now anchoring it on some other things. They are making profit. They are not paying tax. They don't have office in Nigeria. The question is, if you want a company to have office in your country, if you want them to pay tax, if you want them to do this, if you want them to do that, is it shutting them down?
That's not the best way.
That will be the reason for that. All you need to do is that you have been operating in our country for so and so date. You have not been paying tax. If you have been paying tax, you're supposed to have paid so X amount of money. We want you to have office in Nigeria. If you want to still continue in this, send it to them. Give them time within which to comply with all those things. If there was no compliance, that is when you can now use your big stick. But you can't just say you ban them, and afterward you are now bringing up silly excuses as if you are talking to kindergartens. The world is not mocked. The president is the presidency that is mocking itself. We are not mocked, and the world is not mocked. And it's only when you are making money you still want to continue to make money. Nigeria, Twitter can do without Nigeria. What is the population of Nigeria vis-a-vis the whole world? Twitter can do without us. Although what they are making from us too is huge, and it's a plus to their revenue.
Sure.
However, doing away totally with Nigeria will not wreck them, and it will not make them to go into bankruptcy.
It was more loss for us. I mean,
it was more loss for us.
Look at the money lost.
546.5 billion naira.
That's huge.
Now, this is an economy that is not generating employment for its youth. The youth find some other ways with which to transact business, and they are making their fortune. They are making their money. Why do you have to cage that area? For instance,
just because you want to make a point.
People of my age upward are analog. But those who are coming...
The best you can do is Facebook.
Facebook and WhatsApp. That's the best we could do. But these people, when we hold phone, some of us hold our phone is just to make hello, hello, or to read text message. But this phone,
can do
to some people, is fortune. That's their office. That is everything to them, and the money is rolling in coolly for them. I do not envy them. I congratulate them. And my children are part of those who will be benefiting from them because they are not as analog as I am. And kudos to them for that. So this is not an area, you don't throw away the water, the bath water with the baby. Why should you ban source of income for our youth? What is engaging them, that is making them to be productive? There's nothing without disadvantage. Everything has gotten advantages and disadvantages. You marry them together. When you study them very well, you can go ahead and send law to your own National Assembly that this is how we want this done, this is how we want this done. And it will be debated. At the end of the day, if it is passed into the law, then they will comply. But banning it is not the answer. Now, you are not lifting it. They should tell me what exactly has been changed that made them to lift it. Let them tell us the address of the office of Twitter in Nigeria. Let them tell us the amount of tax they have paid. All those things, and the conditions. What is the terms and conditions you have signed with them? Put it on the banner for everybody to see, and let us assess it. So we are not deceived. They have their own purpose. Is it that because of political reason, or is it that because there is much criticism? And it has gotten to a stage, let us save our face. If we proceed further than this, then we may lose the little integrity or the little patronage or the little favor we are garnering from people. So don't let us continue beyond this. These and these. Those could be the reason, but definitely it's not because Twitter has done something wonderful and we have not seen things like that before. So if people are saying that it's because of their politics, I have no reason to fault them. That argument stands.
The election is coming.
Until it is rebutted. That argument stands.
Okay, let's go back to our text message. To be fair, this interview looks very well like a campaign. Oh, okay.
That is Nigeria for you. I'm not a card carrier.
Okay, please, your name and where you're texting us from, please. This from Razak. Abdul Razak from Lagos. Thank you so much. Asiwaju remains the best candidate to beat come 2023. Other aspirants should line behind him. Okay. Well, much love for him. This one said, Tinubu is not the person we want for president. Okay. This is from Abdul Dasanabe. Well, love and hate on equal measure.
Of course.
Your guests have been talking of antecedent. My question is, what is Tinubu's antecedent? For example, where exactly is it from? What is qualifications equal to the controversy about his qualification? Does he think Nigerians will tolerate another geriatric as president, considering our experience with Tinubu? This is Uzodinma from Lagos. Okay. Good day. Came from Jos. Tinubu should forget he's older than Buhari. Well, that's not what his age suggests. But well, thanks for your messages. Let's support Rochas Okorocha. He's the credible candidate from Southeast. My name is Ebere Aluga. Okay. Rochas Okorocha have not exactly said anything about coming out for president.
He has not said, but then prior to this time he has said it, that he want to vie for the presidency of this country. And like I said, it's welcome. The more the merrier. When we have them in a basket, we will all assess them. And at the end of the day, let us make use of the power we have through our ballot cards.
Voter card.
And voters card. And give presidency to whoever.
My name is Mohammed Umar from Niger said, I think Tinubu does not fit to rule this country. Okay, love and hate on equal measure. I wish I can read more of this, but we have to go. This one said, Bello has never been a good governor. He has only been buying all the accolade. Honestly, we are suffering in the state. I'm sure this one is coming from Kogi State. I refuse to mention my name because he is going to come. Oh, okay. Okay. So says, I'm Diner from Lagos State. Nigeria need to be wise this time. If we are about 50 years, don't rule this country, let the young rule. Okay, now we've not exactly seen a credible young man talking about people or younger than 50.
Yes, yes, and that is exactly what I would have loved to see. Let young people with very robust mind come out and vie for this post. Let them put the card on the table and let us see whether we can mobilize for them. Let me tell you, I agree that the youth of nowadays are more knowledgeable in terms of certain things, because the world today is IT.
And one other thing coming against Tinubu right now is the fact that, of course, he introduced Buhari to Nigeria.
I wanted to comment on that. Yes, he introduced, he's one of those who backed Buhari, not that he introduced Buhari to Nigeria. He's one of those who stood very strongly behind him.
Okay,
and the point is, there's nothing bad in getting a work for you. It is your own, it is the way you do the work that matters.
Okay, unfortunately we have to go. Thank you so much for your time, Barrister Yinka Farumbi.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in to Galaxy Television, watching the program Democracy and the Rule of Law. Next week Sunday is another day, and thank you so much. All your text messages, unfortunately I can't read some of them because we have to go. I am Solomon Ofem. Have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday.